What's up guys, it's Pio here. Today I'll be explaining the role of the support player, its primary responsibilities, and the notable strengths needed to excel. In line with this, we'll go over some professional demos to illustrate how you can effectively support and set your teammates up for success. Support players are often overlooked and undervalued because they rarely get the highlight plays or insane stats. But do not let that dissuade you from thinking that the support role is not essential. One can consider the support players as the backbone of your team's T and CT sides. On the T side, the support players would usually throw the grenades for the team's entry unit during defaults, executes, or set strats. They would also need to get the refrags and clutch in the post plant if needed. Those would be the traditional expectations, but the role is broad and can mean multiple things. For instance, a support player can also be someone that fills any of the positions that their team needs. In the old iteration of Virtus Pro, SANJI was their support player, and he would take on multiple roles such as entering for the team, watching the extremities, or throwing utility. Other times, you can even see him prioritizing grenades, dropping his teammates, and playing on inferior weaponry. We can consider SANJI as a hard support player. Another support player would be Perfecto from Navi. He would play anchor roles on CT, thus freeing up his teammates to play the more rewarding rotator and high impact spots. So what strengths should support players have? The first strength would be excellent utility knowledge and usage. A support player has a good grasp of various grenade lineups and knows when and how to use them for the team. The support would not just toss grenades mindlessly, but instead understand how to get value from the utility. The concept of utility knowledge isn't strictly limited to memorizing flash, smoke, or molotov lineups, as good support players are also capable of improvising some grenades on the fly. Another strength present among great support players would be their excellent communication. Good support players would synchronize with their anti-fraggers when throwing pieces of utility such as flashbangs. One rule of thumb to follow is that you have to call the grenades you are throwing for your teammates and avoid throwing them if you haven't said anything. As the support throws the utility, he would communicate when the flash pops by saying terms like boom or pop. In addition to this, he will mention the flash's trajectory. For example, call something like, I'm flashing in front of you, look away, or I'm flashing behind, go peek with it. So to recap, the support player would need to be specific when communicating his utility usage. He will mention the type of utility being thrown, where, and when it will pop. The next needed strength would be good spacing and trade fragging skills. After throwing the utility, the support players need to follow up on the space created by the anti-fraggers, and they have to be reliable with getting those trade kills. In connection with the anti-fragging video, the support player has to be close enough to refrag, but far enough that they won't give up an easy multi-kill. So in theory, the first entry can swing a bit wide to give room for the second player to peek with him. While this is happening, the support should be close by to help the entry duo. Moving on to the fourth necessary strength, versatility in the game. The support player isn't as static as some would think. You don't just throw utility and be the last person in at all times. Sometimes being support can mean a mix of multiple existing roles. In some rounds, you will be the flank watcher for the team, and in other rounds, you will have to entry frag. You will be that complementary piece to your team by filling in the gaps left by your other teammates. Let us now go over some professional demos to illustrate how these support players set their teammates up for success. Let's break down SANJI's round 34 on Inferno against Big. He first holds the apartment's extremity while his teammates fight for banana control. After losing 2 players in banana, tiziaN takes the initiative by retaking apps to find a kill or gain more space. He gets this 1 kill, then regroups with the rest of his teammates. After regrouping to banana, he smokes coffin, mollies triple, and wings a flash to B side. While his teammates were scaling and focused on site, he clears the boost. In this scenario, his teammates are blindsided by the boost position while looking at site. SANJI plays accordingly by watching this blindside. He may not have gotten a kill in the execute, but he helped keep his teammates safe while dealing with the site players. Moving on to an earlier gun round, SANJI defaults into apartments, slowly clearing boiler and bedroom alongside Yekindar. As the round progresses, his team decides to fight for banana and they secure the kill on tiziaN playing the logs position. VP realizes that Big played the 3B setup, so they made the mid-run call to go A. In this attack, Yekindar leads the way by jumping out of balcony to take space, while SANJI is close behind to be his refrag. tiziaN kills Yekindar, but is quickly traded by SANJI. SANJI also lands the kill on Xantares playing Pit, which secures the A bomb site for VP. In this situation, SANJI supported Yekindar and they did their job well by having good spacing and getting the trade frags 1 for 2. In a different match against Liquid, SANJI smokes Moto and double flashes above balcony for his teammates. These flashes blind Fallen playing on site. Fallen is able to frag Yekindar while blind, but is quickly traded by Buster. While his teammates deal with the site and graveyard players, SANJI focuses his attention on the pit player, which he kills. He sets up in the post plant by playing backside and baiting for Buster. In this pistol round, he throws the supporting utility for the A hit, holds for the pit repeak, and plays a smart post plant position. Let us now analyze another support player, which is tiziaN from Big Clan. In their pistol round against Astralis on Dust 2, tiziaN is in charge of utility with tiziaN. The team goes out A long, but waits for the double cross smokes from tiziaN and tiziaN. tiziaN smokes close CT, then tosses a high entry flash for A site, which blinds Blame F. His team finds itself in a 5v4 post plant, but due to unlucky timing and some missed shots, Glaive is able to kill Faven and run back to elevator. tiziaN makes up for this by throwing another high flash for his teammates to fight with. All the Astralis players are blinded by this flash while Big takes advantage of this. tiziaN pushes spawn and fights Zipix, while Kito finds config and Blame F. From tiziaN's flashes, he helped his teammates scale up A site and find favorable fights in the afterplan. If tiziaN isn't throwing utility or entering for his team, you can also see him holding the flanks and trying to catch lurk kills. In the 6th round against Astralis, tiziaN defaults towards B, clears the lower tunnels before holding for any upper tunnels aggression. While this is happening, his teammates are working their way towards long and short A. tiziaN eventually lurks out mid doors, finds a kill on Glaive before dying. While tiziaN wasn't near his teammates to throw grenades or offer refrag, he made sure that his teammates don't get flanked and they can focus on taking map control in catwalk and long. That's the thing when you are a support player. It is not a static role and you have to fill in the gaps. So that concludes my explanation and analysis of the support role. Thanks to everyone for watching this video. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you found this guide helpful. I would also like to give a shout out to GGPREDICT for making this video possible. If you guys want to learn other roles, feel free to check out the other videos on NartOutHere's channel. And also, go check out GGPREDICT's website. Links will be in the description. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm a head out.
If you play CSGO, you gotta try GGPREDICT.io. It's a training platform to analyze and better understand how you play and what mistakes you make during your Counterstrike matches. Then effectively train those aspects that need improvement. You can use it to improve literally every aspect of your game, team play, nades, pace of your game, or your aim. It not only analyzes your game in so many aspects, but also lets you train on the platform thanks to personalized training plans. How? GGPREDICT AI knows exactly what you need to do to become a better player. Each week you automatically get tailor-made trainings made by the best CSGO athletes who work with GGPREDICT. It's easy and fun and you can train right on the GGP servers and get all the data from your trainings analyzed. Simply connect your Steam, Faceit, or eSporo account and get your matches instantly analyzed by GGPREDICT. We almost forgot, if you're playing just for fun, that's great too. You'll love our social features which allow you to compare with your friends and finally check who is really carrying the team.